Welcome to our 2024 Rise Up Convention in Salt Lake City, Utah. This is our second annual convention, and it is a global convention, which means we have people flying in from everywhere. You get to see all the energy and be surrounded by all the excited people who are learning together.
But why are we really here? It is about proactive wellness. It's about changing lives, and it's about having people impact and take accountability for their lives and become all it is that they can be.
I was so shy before I stepped into this industry.
I had recently retired.
Being in the direct sales industry and kind of being forced outside of my comfort zone has honestly caused so much personal growth in me.
It's a whole global business.
Through three, I found a calling and a purpose.
For me, it's just being consistent. It's a very big thing. When you're in this business, you don't have a boss. So you have to be your own discipline. Every day when you get up and your feet hits the floor, you have to be proactive.
Bree is doing something that's never been done before. We're putting out demonstrative products that are changing people's lives, but financially, who's not looking to earn some extra income? I promise you, you're gonna wanna check it out.
We want to be healthy, we want to be happy, and we want to be in love.
Who wants a serum that provides instant results? Who would want a serum that can help you feel better? Introducing today, Visage Super Serum. Today is a historic day.
Hey guys, look, I had goals and dreams, and I had some tough things in my life. I'm okay, I need to come to this convention to make sure I can get something from this to help me blow that stuff up and like free my wife. And oh my gosh, did they deliver. The leadership, the change in the customer service, but the biggest thing, that new product that we got, are you kidding me?
This company is just so much easier to share. It's very clinically studied. I've just had a way easier time sharing these products than any products I've ever shared before. The leadership is by far better than I've ever had. My team is, I just feel like they're more my people, but I'm super excited.
Let's go do this together. Because this is what I've done. This is an example. And you say, I don't have a story, I don't have a testimonial of what I've done. Great, borrow someone else's. When you leave here, you're gonna say we're part of something special.
上次呢，我们在年会了，我们再见，谢谢。
Well, welcome everybody from around the world. This is Samson Li coming to you from Los Angeles, California. Wow. Today we have a very special Empowerment Tuesday for all of you. Now, today, unfortunately, our fearless leader, Kim Hui, she's in Malaysia and her internet connection is not so good. So you got me for the next half hour or so. But you know, I have to say though, I want to thank Kim a lot for just being at the top of the industry, somebody who doesn't really need to do anything, but yet she's out there in the trenches, working with people hand in hand, meeting by meeting. So, you know, thank you for her. But today we have a very, very exciting empowerment call because, you know, today we have some of the best of three. The three amazing ladies I'm going to bring on. Well, they have been in the industry for years. They're veterans. They're all multi-million-dollar earners. Some are 7-figure and 8-figure earners that they come humbly today to share with, you know, what has happened to them and how they are building and their unique mindset, how to create success in their business and in their team. So I want to first welcome the youngest to the industry, Jessica Johnston. Hi, Jessica, come on, you can unmute yourself. Say hello to everybody.
Hi. Good to see you.
Thank you. All the way in Charlotte, North Carolina. Thank you for, I know all three ladies, especially you're all like slam running for, toward the end of the promotion. So thank you for taking the time. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I'm happy to be here. Thank you, Samson, so much.
Thank you. Next, I want to bring on an amazing lady. She is from Franklin, Tennessee, Tracie Bonds. She's an 8-figure earner in the industry. We're lucky to have her today with us and lucky to have her in 3. Hi, Tracy.
Hi, guys. Glad to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, you're welcome. Looking great in red. Okay. And the last person I'll bring on, she's a veteran of the industry, and I think she has holds a lot of respect for what she has done in the industry, as in the past being the #1 in the world for a multi-billion-dollar company. Please welcome Christine Peterson from Aspen, Colorado. Hi, Christine.
Thank you for inviting us, Samson. We should be interviewing you tonight. You're a legend in the industry.
No. I'm just Samson Li, no legend. Not like him, not like you, and not like Tracy and Jessica. Okay. I mean, I have to say, in three, I really believe, as I came into three, started three, and our first launch, meeting so many people, and afterward the continuous convention, meeting people, I truly believe we have the best of of industry leadership in three. Because folks out there, if you don't know, business rise and fall with leadership. And one thing is, at the same time, leadership has nothing to do with money, but rather is the collagen that bonds the people together. Let's just put it that way, okay? But it does take tremendous leadership to build a multi-billion-dollar company. And I would have to say, sorry if I go on for another 10 seconds, but having just left Salt Lake City Rise Up Convention, I really feel that all the pieces of a multi-billion-dollar company are already here. Do you not agree, all of you? Yeah? Do you feel it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So exciting. Yes.
Yeah. Well, today we want to bridge the gap to share with, about building the business, because I remember when I first started in the industry, just like don't know anything, and, I was still in my old furniture store, retail, real estate mindset about selling product. I need to be the expert. I need to do everything. And all of that's like totally the wrong way to do things, right? Yeah. So because you got to leverage, you got to let go, and you got to work in a team. So maybe I can start with Jessica, okay? So Jessica, you've been in the industry for 9 years, and you've made millions. And your last company was actually your first company. So I think it gives a lot of hope for people out there. Look, even a newbie can be very successful. So maybe you can share a little bit, looking back where you are now. When you start a business, what kind of mindset you should have?
Awesome question to begin with, and I can't wait to just pour into anyone that's ready for this information, just to receive it. And we all have to start somewhere. There's a beginning for all of us, and I'm a very loyal person. And so when I commit to something, it may take a while for me to commit to that thing, but when I see everything that's right, I commit, and you're going to have me for a really long time. And so, I went into the first company, my very first experience in direct sales, knowing that this industry, it was very intriguing to me. I have a degree in finance from a great university here in the United States, and could never really find a way to earn residual income. So the concept of direct selling was very intriguing. I just didn't know how to do it or where to go to find that. And for me personally, some of those other companies didn't really excite me the way wellness did. So I was excited about the fact that there was a company out there that had wellness, and it had this concept of residual income. And I did not know what I was doing. I had no idea what a team was in a business. I came from corporate America. We never said team. So I'm like, why do they keep talking about team? And so I was curious to hear more. And it made sense to me immediately, just understanding finance, thank you for the experience that I had at the beginning with a binary compensation plan, because I was able to start in what I think is the most simple compensation plan, the most lucrative compensation plan that had abundance behind it. And I knew that if I could follow the steps to do what other successful people were doing, that compensation plan I knew could make us very successful. And so I'll tell you, for me, I had a good leader in that company that said, I want to show you how to maximize this compensation plan. I didn't understand what a binary was. In fact, I was just so excited about the product. I was running like crazy. And sometimes I attracted people just because of my enthusiasm. I was so excited about what it was. I couldn't explain it. I didn't understand ingredients and how things were working together. Forget the word curation. I had no idea, but I really saw something special and people were having a lot of success. So I followed the people that were having the success. And I was naive. And I made decisions just because that's what they told me to do, because I didn't know any different or any better, but they sure were doing really well. And so I copied what they did and started to understand quickly why they were teaching me the way that they were teaching me, and it worked. It worked. I saw the abundance that was here, and then immediately started to understand the importance of duplication. Another word that was never introduced in my career, this word duplication became very important. And knowing what that's defined as is, encouraging other people to do the same thing and do the same thing and do the same thing. It left us in a really great situation, especially using a binary.
Wow, great. So now, starting 3, when you started 3, what were you thinking? What were you planning in your head? What was the mindset that you have? You like, were you gonna like, I'm gonna grab this tiger and you're gonna run with it? Yeah. Or what were you thinking? Share with the folks out there.
I was so excited that something better existed and that I got to learn something new, because it doesn't matter what company you come from. A lot of times people in a much more difficult compensation plan or with a much more difficult product to share with people. And so knowing before I made this decision, because I did leave a very big income to come to 3 International by choice. It was my choice to make this decision. But it was important that I saw the leadership of this company. I asked questions from 10 years of my history and experience, so I knew which questions to ask, and it kept sounding better and better. And I thought, I had no idea this existed. It was a brand new company, which to me, the timing was exceptional. I loved the timing of this company. And so I knew that this was my chance to take 10 years of experience in a binary with phenomenal ownership, leadership, someone like Kim who was mentoring me, Ricky and Francois Untermeyer, Chris and Jennifer Hardy, the people that were consistently saying, you got to look at this. We could really use your gifts. We could use your leadership. And it came at the cost of leaving that income behind. But I saw enough, I trusted enough, and I saw that vision. And I knew that I was going to do this 3 times faster than I ever did it the first time, because I knew that having a system in place was important for duplication. I knew that making it simple from the very beginning for everybody had to be very simple for people to understand, because I appreciate that people are brand new to this industry. And even if they're not, they're learning 3 for the first time. In some cases, they're learning the wellness space instead of a different space in direct selling that they've been aligned with before. And so it's new in a sense to everybody. We all had to start from the beginning, but we are running so hard and so fast because we do know what this comp plan does for people in the long run. It does work. And it's what you put into it. It's the excitement that you put into it, and it pays off.
Wow. Thanks for sharing. Because, folks out there, I want to make sure you guys are taking notes, because there were so many nuggets along the way, what Jessica said. I hope many of you picked it up. Well, let's talk about, what about Tracy? Tracy, 13, is it 13 years?
16 years.
16 years in the industry. Right.
Mhm.
16 years in the industry. And, and was that your first company?
Yes.
Wow.
And my mom bought my business kit and made me do it.
Wow. So look, today we have people that really they have commitment. I mean, leadership takes commitment no matter what. We got to make it work, right?
Yep.
So, from Jessica to Tracy, let me ask you that. You have done so well and built a massive business. And I know your previous company, majority of the business was in the US. So the
Yes.
US market. Yeah, I know. The US market very well. And so No, when you come up with the three, obviously different kind of compensation, completely different compensation plan, completely different leadership, and completely different line of products. So when you start the business, like, I don't know what made your decision to come to three, but I'm sure there was something. But maybe you can share with the folks out there, what were you thinking? What was in your mind coming to three and then starting three?
So, okay, so first of all, welcome. I'm so excited for all of you guys because you just don't even know what you have your hands on. So, let me share with you this. I had been looking for opportunities for my sons. I have sons that are in their like late 20s, and they have seen me get residual income for 14 years. And they were like, whatever you're doing, I want to do that too. Like, how do we do that? And I explained to them the only way that I felt, or the best way I felt that you could do the residual income was to find the right network marketing opportunity. And so when this came across my plate, it was last fall. And if you'll let me, if you guys have pen and piece of paper, I will just share really quickly the 6 things that I, as an industry expert, was looking for. And I love sharing this with people because I was vetting it for my sons. And I'll just be honest, I think in the big scheme of things, as parents, we will vet and research something a lot more if it has to do with our kids than even if it has to do with us. And so I know to look for things that they would not know to look for, right? And so for me, when I'm sharing, especially with people who are just brand new to the industry, I want you to be able to write these 6 things down. We'll do it really quickly, but what'll happen is now you can confidently go forward. It's the same things I shared with my sons and say, this is why I chose 3. This is if an industry expert chose 3 for these reasons. Now, obviously, my company decided I could not join when my sons did join. I did buy the products. I bought a founder's pack because I'm a smart businesswoman, right? And so I used the products. And then when my company decided they were changing their structure, they were no longer going to be a network marketing company. I know that a lot of people in my industry and in our former company were really upset, but I'll be completely honest. I was really excited to give up that $35,000 to $55,000 a month income. It was gone. I was like, bye, because I knew this one was bigger. I knew this was better. And I'll share the 6 things with you, but I do want to share, because you asked this question early on, and I want to make sure I answer it. I want to make sure I don't forget, because I had this amazing experience of sitting with Kim at convention. And she said to Jessica, when she looked at Jessica's, was going over numbers with her, and she goes, is this Tracie Bonds here? Go get her. And I remember sitting across from her, and she asked me what I wanted. I know what I'm looking for. I'm here to earn 100 million plus. And I know that. And the reason is because I know the industry, and I know growing globally is the answer. And so leading into that is these 6 things. Number 1 is timing. Being in on the ground floor does make a difference. And I implore with people, don't squander the opportunity that you've been given. It just ask, just keep asking. Number 2 is to have a unique product that works, bottom line. And it's clinically proven, and there's studies that back it up. So the products are never on trial, but you need to have a unique advantage. Obviously, our cellular absorption is that unique advantage for this company. And so that was number 2. Number 3 is compensation plan. And you're right, I had a very difficult compensation plan where I had to grow 15 teams, okay? And there was many times I made 13 million and I did not hit the top of the pay plan numerous times. I have friends that made way more than I did. But when I took a look at this compensation plan and I had Jessica explaining it to me, I mean, the excitement is beyond belief, because in this, you just have to keep inviting. So the compensation plan was important. Now, in this day and age, my sons are in their 20s. You've got kids that are not going to wait. What my former company had to wait a whole month and a half before you got paid. You went through the whole month, and then 2 weeks into the next month, you got paid. So when I saw that they could get paid weekly, I said, okay, they like being rewarded quickly, right? So I love the weekly pay and the cash bonuses. Number 4 is founders. Listen to me. I cannot, this is probably for me when I made a decision, because I had a lot of options out there where I could go. My kids were here at 3, but where was I going to go? And I had all these people calling me going, hey, you know, you can get paid to come over here. You can go to this company. But guys, when I looked, I said, I will never go to a company where the founder has not built an organization before. That is so, you guys don't understand the importance of having someone. It's like being a professional athlete and having your coach have played the game, because you don't know what you don't know. And to have someone like Kim who does know how to build an organization and knows exactly how to build comp plans. I mean, that gave me, I was like, if I'm going with anybody, I'm going with these people right here. Number 5 is infrastructure and global opportunity. You were right, Samson, when you said only in the US. Believe me, I heard for 16 years we were going global, barely into Canada and barely into Australia. So where did we started off? We just got our first recruit in Malaysia. And that is where my focus is on that market, the global market. My focus is not here in the US, even though that's awesome and I'm wonderful and I'll grow an organization, but it is globally. And then number 6 for me is organizational leadership. You've got to find a leader that you know, like, trust, and that you believe can help speak truth into you. And at the end of the day, I think for every single person watching this, if I could just say, I think success follows when you have a emotional connection to why you're doing this. An emotional connection. When I first started with my first career or my first company, I was in financial ruins. I mean, I owed here in the US, the IRS, which is not good. You don't want to owe the IRS money, but I owed them $232,000 in back taxes. I was a real estate agent, lost, the real estate market crashed in 2008. My home went into foreclosure, and all of these things happened. And this is when network marketing was introduced to me. And even though I had all those bills, and I know a lot of people listening, they're like, oh, I would like to make enough money to pay my bills. That didn't motivate me as far as building a network marketing business. What motivated me was I wanted to put my sons in a private school. And that had an emotional connection for me. So I literally, when everyone gets off this call, what I really want you to do is sit with a piece of paper and a pen and get quiet with yourself and say, what is the most important thing in the world to me? What is the most important thing in the world to me? Is it to provide something for my family? Is it to do something for myself? The minute you can actually grab a hold of that deep, deep emotional why, man, I could have run through a brick wall to put my kids in this private school. I mean, I took no's left and right. I was like, tell me yes, tell me no, tell me quick, I gotta go. Next. I mean, I don't have time. I got to go. I got to find the yeses as fast as I possibly can. And so obviously it worked out well for me, and I could not be more excited to be at 3 International.
Woo, powerhouse. Oh my God. You're like a freight train, Tracy. I hear it coming. You know, it really speaks. It's like you are the embodiment of when the why is big enough, the how to come along.
That's it.
Strong. Okay, let's go over to Christine. Christine, look, with all your experience and wisdom in the industry, starting 3. I mean, you started 3 already as somebody who's already very seasoned in the industry. Have you seen like thousands and thousands and thousands of people all over the world in your career? You've flown all over the world. So tell us, coming into 3. What was your mindset? What were you thinking to kick off your business? Share with us.
Well, thank you, Samson. And I really did what Jessica and Tracy said. I mean, I don't even have to say anything because I absolutely agree with everything. And I think that's what great minds, great leaders do. We all think on that same level. But I didn't need to work, but I didn't need the money, but I needed the work. Does that make sense? I was at a point in my life, and I'd been in 2 other companies, one for 27 years and one with 14. And I would probably have been with the other one, but then they made changes and And so I thought, well, I'll just hang it up. And I sat on the mountain. I live out here in Colorado, and I was thinking, I just am not a pampered poodle. I just can't sit here in the mountain and do nothing. I have to have purpose. I have to get up. I have to help people. I don't sit and watch Dancing of the Stars. There's a greater purpose. So I could really relate to what Kim was talking about. But I had said if I ever did come out and build a third company, it would be for 3 reasons. Really, what the 2 beautiful leaders are saying here, Jessica and Tracy, is I said it would have to be a new company because I know that's where the opportunity is. You know, we hear so many times in our lives, well, you were so lucky you were at the right place at the right time. Well, you are. You really are. But, you know, it has to be well funded because too many companies start. I mean, we have thousands of companies in our industry start and they go out of business. They have no great leadership. They don't know what they're doing. Just exactly what Tracy was saying, that you've got to have people that really understand what they're doing. You can't have amateurs because I've watched over the years some top networkers begin to believe their own story. They say, oh, I'm going to build my own networking company. And that's another whole skill set. You know, of managing, building a company. And I said, I would never want to do that. But I would want to have a well-funded company and great leadership to understand, to be part of a movement that would be starting. And then I sat here thinking, if I did start a new business, what would I want my product to be? And to me, it was a no-brainer. It was like I had to be in the supplement industry because it is, you know, in 2020, it was $60 billion. And in 4 more years, it's going to be $124 billion. And you always want to be aware of their supply and demand. It's an upward. You don't want to be in the jewelry business or handbag business they use once in a while. You want to have a product that's emotional, they get results, something they're going to use every day and order every month to create that passive residual income that Warren Buffett talks about. You know, instead of trading time for money the rest of your life, you need to build a passive residual income and leverage. And so I was looking for that. But as we all know, the supplement industry, dirty little secrets, they're made in 2 to 3 big manufacturing companies. They're not always regulated exactly. And I said, I wouldn't want to be part of that. I wouldn't want to be something with science-based. My reputation was important. If I was going to step out, if I was going to bring people with me, I had to know it was solid. And I didn't want to be embarrassed or have it shut down for not being unscrupulous or not right or whatever. And third, I said, if I do come out, I'm going to be paid more money than I've ever been paid before because there are different compensations in this plan. And I've been in the other kinds. And, you know, I would never mention the names, but I wanted an opportunity where all my people could win, you know, and the binary is really, really good. And so when I was introduced to this, I said, oh my gosh, this is everything I was looking for. But I took it very seriously. When I came out, I said, if I'm going to step out and build a new company, I'm in it, all in. And I think that's the purpose that you have to be, you're all in. You know, it's like you jump in a pool. You got all your body parts. You're going to learn to swim. You're not just putting a little toe, oh, I'll see how this works. No, I'm all in. And I take leadership very seriously. My people depend on me. And, you know, I get up every morning, even at my age. I know everybody knows how old I am, you know, 81 years young. And I'm just getting going, you know, and I have a responsibility to my team to show up. And I work with them all day long. And because nobody follows a parked car, you as a leader, you've got to be there. You've got to be in position. And there's no excuses of this or that, you know, and I have great people, as I know Jessica and Tracy do. They're great leaders. I wish they were in my team, as I know they'd like to have me on their team. We all think the same way. And it's just that we think differently. It is a mind game. Success is a mind game. And what you language, so it shall be. And remember that whatever your language, it will come to pass when you have the right company, the right timing. everything is perfect. And I've never been more excited about this. And I think that we're going to change the world. I think with Daniel, Kim, Samson, all of these great leaders. And I've never seen a company that so many great leaders are coming and they're not paying us. You know, a lot of companies will say, oh, we'll give you this deal, come out over here. We don't do that here. We came, a lot of them left their checks. You know, it's integrity. And, you know, we're here to build this $10 billion company worldwide. It is a global e-commerce, and I am really excited to be part of it. And so I guess that would be my best advice, because they've already said everything. I mean, there are, you know what it is? It's really, there are opportunities that come along in your lifetime, and in the positioning, not only from our own company having the right products, starting new, there are times in history that things change in the world. And it's almost like we're at the dawn of the 18th century industrial revolution, when everything changed overnight. And the 18th century yeoman woke up one morning and said, what happened here? Well, we are now in AI. We are in real-time AI. And we're changing, the whole world is changing in a revolutionary time and moment. And millions 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 of people are being laid off and will be in the future. And so you have to really seize the moment. And our business is counter-cyclical to these times. And so you must seize the moment when you know millions of people are searching, looking, inflation, afraid to lose their job because AI can, you know, Google laid off 2,000. They only need 4 people to do with one, but 2,000 people did. So everything's going to be cut. So it's our time, our opportunity to help these people, show them that there is another way to live, that they don't no longer have to trade time for money. There's an opportunity. So I've never seen a better time in our industry, and I've been in it 42 years. And I want to tell you, everyone on this call, you better put your running shoes on like right now and get with the message here that we're going to change the world, because I'm right out there with Jessica and Tracy and other great leaders. And I, again, repeating myself, it's just a moment in time that you don't want to look back and say, oh, what happened? Like the 18th century yeoman, what happened? It's here. So you have to have a sense of urgency. Jump up every morning and get up. I get up sometimes at 3 or 4 in the morning. I'm making calls to Indonesia, or I'm doing calls at 7 in the morning to Hong Kong. I do 8 o'clock meetings every morning. Why? Because my people depend on me. There are no excuses. There are no excuses when you're a great leader. You must show up and be the leader of your group. And it'll start very small. It'll be one on the right, one on the left. That's where we all start. That's where all of us started. And then it's the power of 2. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 16, 32, 64. And then, but the really smart thing, if you really want to know a secret, find 10 great go-getters. I call them my board of directors. Find those go-getters, because one go-getter is worth 1,000 people. So I lead with the business. I'm looking for leaders of this movement, of this company. And then they say, what is it? Oh, it's this wonderful product. But I'm leading with the business, because when you're building a new company, we need leaders. We need leaders in the company to position up, to bring in thousands of people. We don't have to worry about the product. It is amazing. I use every bit of it, because I'm going to live to over 100 with Dr. Dan's help here and these products. But you want to work smart, not hard. And I think too many people come and they are passionate about the product. I love the product. As I said, I use it every day, but you got to work smart. If you want to make big bucks, you have to work differently. And that means you are in the business of developing people. You are going to create leaders and when you get a great go-getter, it's an attraction principle. They attract other go-getters. But too often people are afraid and they talk to the 1, 2s, and 3s instead of the 8, 9s, and 10s. And the 8, 9s, and 10s are going to make you very wealthy. I want you to remember that. Like if I go to a restaurant, I'm not talking to the dishwasher, I'm talking to the owner or the manager. I'm leveling up. I'm looking for great leaders, and I'm going to duplicate that process. And so just remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. It takes time. But the only way you can ever fail in this business is to quit or just not do it, because it works. So I'm excited. So that's it.
Powerful stuff. I hope you guys take notes, okay? Or when we get the replay, you better line by line, take notes. I mean, that's amazing, Christine. Thank you for all your wisdom. I mean, and it's so true. So true. So true what you say. Folks out there, look, our time is up. Oh my gosh, we got some of the best tonight on this call. You have to go watch it again and again and again, not one time, not now, not later, but months down the road, every month, replay this episode, because this is wisdom being dropped for you. If you ever wonder how to get to the moon, this is how we get there from the earth. Step by step by step, with wisdom, with experience, and that's where it is. These ladies are the real deal. And I have to say, to wrap it up, it's been amazing with these ladies and what they share with you. Really, you got to know what you have in your hand. You have to know what you have in your hand. If you only know it, like we know it, because all 4 of us here, we don't believe it. We know it.
Yes.
There's a little bit of difference.
Yeah.
We've been there. We have experienced it. This is just the beginning. And that's why we keep saying, you know what, you got to go out there and blaze a trail. Leaders blaze a trail. And I always said from the very beginning, each one of you out there, not only the top leaders, but each one of you will have a hand in shaping this multi-billion-dollar company that's going to come. Okay, we're going to get there, but all of you have a hand in shaping it. It's through your hard work, through your example, that you are the leader. Leader are people that other people follow. And when Christine said you got to be in the business of building leaders, well, you're going to build people who will have value, who can serve others, and really grow this truly a movement, not just a business, but a movement, entrepreneur movement, especially for all those people that will get replaced by AI. And it comes to mind when Christine was saying that, because Kim said many years ago, I still remember, she said, when there's high tech, there needs to be high touch. And how many people out there are yearning for your connection, for your compassion, for your helping hand? Because together we can truly build something amazing. And I think the last thing I would give all of you hope out there is that, this is a different type of company. This is a company where it's truly a collaborative effort between the field and the company. And Daniel is willing to understand what is happening. When we're doing well, the company does well. And it's out of passion that not only Daniel, but each person in corporate, they work tirelessly to serve us. And that's so unique to 3, because I haven't met anybody in corporate that has an ego yet. Okay, they're all like, serve, how we can make it better, how we can do better. And in the field, that's who we need to support us, because the industry has changed for over so many years. Companies now, they are providers for us. They are the platform, that the provider. We are the one making it happen for them. So we are the ones literally building the company. So each one of you, don't ever forget that. You are building not only your business, but the whole company. You're each in here to build your dream, but also the dream of thousands and thousands of people. Is through your hard work, sacrifice, and example that you will inspire others, that might not have hope. It's only through you, if only through you, that they get touched, that down the road, somebody's lives, not only their lives, but the lives of their whole families changed. And that's why when Tracy said she wanted to build a global platform, this is what 3 is about. And when Jessica talked about just being excited, looking for something, know what you want, it's that, yes, we can all grow to a certain stage, but with better leadership, with leadership that is constantly growing, that we can grow together. We won't hit a ceiling, because at the end of the day, with Dr. Dan's expertise, the product, when we live to be ripe old age and have a good quality of life, it's just looking back, it's beyond the money that we're all willing to share what we've been through, what we've learned, and the wisdom that's accumulated. So there's something AI can never do. So now, before we log off, if each of you can give just one advice for somebody, maybe starting brand new or have been in a while, is working toward their success, what can you give them to encourage them, or just like a drop of a little gold nuggets to give them? Jessica, what do you think?
Awesome. Vision is so important, and really believing in what we're all telling you, what this vision looks like. And I really like to I call it setting your GPS, set your GPS, whether it's daily or weekly or monthly, and know where you're going. And it's not a matter of if you're going to get there, it's a matter of how you're going to get there. There's a way to get there. And so take hold of this as an entrepreneur, have self-discipline. You have to wake up and tell yourself to make a phone call, or to reach out to people today, or put something down that's a distraction and go do business and go do those income producing activities. And, I'm really big on being efficient with your time. All of us are busy. We have busy lives. And so we really tell people from the start, we're going to hand you a system, create a simple system that can continue to duplicate. If you are enthusiastic about this, that's going to attract a lot of people. And it's okay to say, I don't know those answers, but I'm excited. Let me plug you into somebody that does know the answers, or let me send you a video, or let me give you a tool, and let the video or the tool do the work for you, but you keep your vision clear. So I really want everybody, if they could take away anything right now, tonight, or today, this morning, tomorrow morning, good morning to some of you, write out what you want to achieve this week. What do you want to achieve end of the month? What do you want to achieve end of the year? And then as an entrepreneur, execute to reach that point. And don't be afraid to reach up to your leaders. There's plenty of leaders in this company. If you're not getting the support from your own enrolling sponsor, let's say, reach up to the next line and get somebody that's willing. We all have a vested interest in your success. Everyone wins. When someone wins, everyone wins. When someone wins, everyone wins. And so we really are here. Samson, I want to echo what you said. You guys are all very lucky. There is something very special about this company. There's something very deeply special, and we are working together as leaders at the top. We are working together with our corporate office. There is an unbelievable unity, because we know that strength and unity is going to carry all of us forward. Do not quit. Do not give up on us. That's the only way you're not going to have success, is if you stop. So set those goals and keep hitting them time after time after time after time. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Jessica. That's perfect. Goals. Great. Daily, weekly, monthly. Perfect. Really good. Tracy, what do you think?
Okay, so the first thing that I want to leave you guys with, number one, I already talked to you guys about getting alone with yourself and really deciding what emotionally for you have to connect emotionally. That all the people that I see have been most successful in this industry had some emotional connection that was driving them. Because at the end of the day, when you start getting no's, right? We can all say no just means not right now. It just means they're not the people you're looking for. I loved what Christine said about her 12, like she said 10, I'm going to say 12. But her board of directors. Guys, I don't care where you are in the world. Like, I want you to have the mindset of, I got to get my 12. I'm going to get my 12. And that means and I want you to think about this. If I was to tell you, hey, I need you to go out, you're going to ask to have a conversation. All it is a conversation. All I'm doing is messaging people. By the way, I didn't bring any of my team with me. None of my team. I didn't recruit any of my team. I started from scratch and I brought on 27 people, I think last month. I didn't bring a team. Now, here's the thing though. What you're looking for is, I just asked people, I'm starting a team at the new company and new business. Are you open to having a conversation with me? That's it, guys. Just keep it this simple. Yeah. Either they're going to say yes or they're going to say no. And like I told you a few minutes ago, tell me yes, tell me no, tell me quick, I got to go. If they aren't because you're looking for people who are in a position to move on the opportunity. You are looking for people who see what you see. Mm-hmm. If they don't see what you see, keep going. But if I told you, if you went out and you had 500 conversations or, 100 conversations, and in those 100 conversations, one was going to be a Tracie Bonds, one was going to be a Christine, one was going to be John, one's going to be a Samson, one. But that could be 99, your 99th conversation. Would you do it? Well, I hope so, because we make you millionaires. So it's I hope that you would do that. But Samson, I think, said it earlier about, and probably Christine too, you're recruit up. I've taught my teams for 16 years. Go get people who have more influence than you. I was over here making notes while Jessica was talking. I want you to write this down. Do not forget this. Do not prejudge. My former company, guys, I had more millionaires on my team that you would have never thought would have done network marketing, but they were looking for purpose. They were looking. So that's why I tell people, you need to go find, because business people know what they're looking at. If you go take this opportunity and just ask someone, hey, would you be willing to take a look at this? I want you to get past your fear. I've got to challenge you to get past your fear. It's just a conversation. And you just want to keep moving. You got to get your 12, your 10, your 12, whatever it is, but you just keep moving. You don't let anyone listen to me. Do not let one living soul slow you down. Mm-hmm. Do not let one person. Yeah. You should, if you're going out and you're seeing people, if you feel that unction to ask them, hey, I have an opportunity. Are you open to hearing about it? Get their name and number and set up an appointment to have a conversation with them. I don't ever deliver it on the spot. I will tell you that. I don't do that. I always make appointments so that I can have a 15-minute conversation with someone. But listen, guys, the person who's probably going to be the top recruiter on your team, you probably don't know them. It's probably going to be someone that you meet sitting in a restaurant, sitting at the booth next to you, or your Uber driver one day. It's somewhere in your future, but you have to keep that mindset. You're mining for gold. You're always looking. You're always looking for the go-getter. You're always looking for someone that has that it factor, and then you offer it to them. And it doesn't matter how you present it, guys. People are looking for opportunity. When you present an opportunity, they'll be in a position, they'll grab it and they'll say, thank you very much. And they'll go off and run with it. So that's my best advice I can give you.
Speak it, sister, speak it. Beautiful. Very good. Very to the point.
Awesome.
The way you say it also, I just want to say, for those of you out there, if you ever wonder how to work a binary pay plan, Tracy just showed you by just the simple way that she taught, the speed and the urgency that she taught. I just want to throw that in. Christine, what about you? What nugget can you give somebody today?
Well, you know what I found very interesting, but not really. Everything they just said is exactly what I had written down in my paper. See, we all think alike. I had written down numbers. I teach my people to talk to 10 people or more every single day. And I said, don't prejudge. The person you least expect is going to do it. The one you thought is not, keep it simple. That's right here. And the difference in the top networkers, what makes it, we ask for referrals. Mm-hmm. Now, see, a lot of times people get a no. Instead of saying, okay, and walking away, just say, well, I really was so impressed with you. You're so influential. Do you know of anyone that you could recommend to me? because we're looking for leaders to build our new global e-commerce business. I really would like that very much. So we ask for referrals on top of that, but everything they just said, keep it simple, do the numbers. Don't prejudge. I mean, it's a simple business, but I agree with you, Samson. It has to be done with speed.
Yes.
You have to have a passion. You have to be excited, because I'm repeating myself that it said nobody follows the parked car. And if so many, this is a big thing I find. A lot of people come and say, well, I have to learn everything about the product before I can get started. No, use the tools. I can't even pronounce half the words. I just know I'm going, and I will learn as I'm going. You know, I'm in the race car. I'm not in a little buggy. You know, let's just go and we'll figure it out together. We've got all the tools, and be excited. And I believe that we will build this to a $10 billion company, because look at these amazing leaders, and you and Kim and everybody else. But speed, binaries love speed. And you got to go fast. And all of a sudden, it just explodes on you.
That's right.
Slow is hard. Fast is easy.
Beautiful. Perfect. You got to go so fast that the people say no, it will just bounce off of you.
Yes.
That's how fast you go, right? And you
Right.
know, all of us here, especially all the other leaders who have done it before, why not prejudge? You know why? Because your whole mindset and attitude will turn around when somebody comes in and they're like chasing you for information. They're calling you, how do I do this, do that? Can you talk to my people? When those kind of people show up, it'll change your whole mindset. And
Yes.
all the time, we're actually looking for those kind of people.
That's right.
So the faster you get through them, the faster your business will get going, the happier you will be. So I love. Well, thank you so much, ladies. I mean, all of you have such amazing experience, insights, and wisdom. And wisdom is only earned from lessons. So, I mean, you've all sacrificed much in your career and such a big heart for sharing. You could have said no to come on, right? But we are lucky in 3 that we truly, you know, all of us are building a culture where we can come together and just be open to share. Because success, nobody owns, any one person owns a success. It's all together in a community that we can build this giant. So thank you so much. Thank you, each one of you. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, Tracy. And thank you, Christine. You know, bless all of you. And let's look forward to the next Empowerment Tuesday, right? So go, go, go. One more week to go, less than a week to go with the promotion. We'll see you at the top, folks. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Morning. Goodbye.
See you at the top.